Alive. Hey, beautiful people. Dhylles Victoria here. Hope all is well. It is Monday Night Soulful Conversations. So, pretty much, it is about people who are seekers, life seekers, self discovery seekers, truth seekers, just seekers in general that are interested in asking questions about themselves. When you're going through like deep introspection, self inventory, what's going on in your mind, why you think the way you think, why you believe the stuff that you believe, and so on and so forth. So, this is an opportunity to ask me any question that you would like to ask at this time. It's going to be fun and interactive. And so I decided to start doing lives on YouTube. I actually made a decision to kind of like stay off of Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for a little bit because it was just too consuming and I was just going down a rabbit hole. Can't go down a rabbit hole. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this now. So Dhylles Victoria here, aka Soulful Dhylles. Um, and this is Welcome to Soulful Conversations. I am Dhylles Victoria. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. I am a deep thinker. I am a growth enthusiast. I am very much a person who does a lot of introspection. Hi, Lynn Emmons. Hello, hello. How are you? Nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. And I've been doing soul purpose work, empowerment, and motivation for the past 15 to 20 years. And I love it. I love helping people. I do have a servant's heart. I just love to definitely be a listening ear. I love to hold space. I love to have deep, sustainable, and substance conversations for us to grow and learn from each other. Because I believe it or not, when I'm working with my clients, I learn from them as much as I'm guiding them, as much as I'm helping them to implement different strategies and tips within their lives. I'm learning from them as well. I like to work with people who are always students, who always want to learn, who are always hungry for knowledge and wisdom, and who are using their experiences that they've been through in life to serve others. Because you got to serve. You have to definitely make sure that all of the things that you've ever experienced in your life, once you've overcome them, your responsibility is to pass it on to the next person or people because we're all here for a purpose. We're not here on purpose. You were created at the time you were created in real time for a reason. So, all of the things you've ever been through in your life, it is time to share the information. And that's where embracing vulnerability comes in. That's where embracing being your authentic self and embodying your authentic identity. That's where all those things come from. So, in this space, what I want to offer is a safe space, judgment free, where you can speak your truth, where you can be exactly who you are, where you can actually show up as your authentic self, whatever that looks like to you. And it's a beautiful thing. So I'll tell you a little bit of story about me. I was born in New York and I'm 47. I'm the oldest of four. I have no children. Proud lesbian, LGBTQIA community. I've been married 3 times, twice to a man, one to a woman. I am a 4-time self-published author working on book number 5. I actually have one of my books here right now. It's 365 Days of Affirmations for the Mind, Heart, Body, and Spirit, and it's under the name Phoenix Gibbs. The reason being is my spiritual sacred name is Phoenix because, yay, it's Phoenix. And because I've always risen from the ashes, despite any adversity, challenges, obstacles, struggles that I've experienced in my life. And I've done it with grace and integrity and an open heart. I have compassion and love for people in general. And even though I was abused when I was younger and I've been through tumultuous forms of trauma, the one thing about me is that I have an open heart. I have a pure heart. I have a sacred heart. My heart is for everyone who crosses my path because I always want people around me to have the best experience with me. I always want people to feel loved, to feel special, appreciated. So I'm a person to express, I miss you. I love you. I'm grateful for your presence in my life. I appreciate who you are to me. I appreciate the fact that you have so many gifts. Like I love to bring out the full potential of other people when they're around me. I had a near-death experience in 2011. I had fibroids, and one of them got infected after I had a DNC, and it almost killed me. So I was in the hospital 13 days. The 11th day, I woke up. My lips was blue. My whole body was gray, and I was just like, "Great, I'm dying." So I can tell you that I've been on my deathbed and I was the shoulda, coulda, woulda girl. I was the girl like I should have said this, I should have did that, I should have woulda, shoulda, and I promised myself when I survive this test that I was being given, because I believe it was a test for me to wake up and to put myself first. It was a test for me to wake up to stop overextending because I was a complete person who overextended, people pleased, didn't set boundaries, things like that. And I think the creator, God, universe, whomever it is that you speak to in spiritual world, actually was sat me down for me to like really, really start the process of introspection. And I've mastered it because I'm a person that is always taking self inventory and paying attention to what I think and what I feel and what I say and all of the things. And so they rushed me into surgery on July 13th, 2011, and they took out four fibroids. Fibroid was like that big. And 3.5 weeks later, my ex-husband, my second ex-husband, I feel like Elizabeth Taylor, my second ex-husband found me crunched over because I had a pain in my side. Long story short, my gallbladder needed to be taken out while I was healing from having a myomectomy, which is a removal of fibroids. And that really threw me for a loop because I felt like God, creator, was just like, I'm not done with you yet because you really didn't learn the lesson the first time. So we're going to take you on another lesson. So the gallbladder was taken out and removed. And that's when I had this aha moment that, you know what, I think I need to be a life coach and help people because I'm always motivating. I'm always encouraging people. And so I went and I got my life coaching certification at Coach Training Alliance. And started coaching, started sharing my story of how I had this near-death experience and what it did for me. It wasn't a bad experience. It was actually a gift to help me to elevate and evolve and to grow. When you are on your deathbed and you are shoulda, coulda, woulda, and you didn't, it's a whole different fucking experience. I cuss. I say fuck, shit, bitch, the whole 9 yards, just to put it out there and let you know. Because I like to show up authentically, real and raw and honest and transparent. So anything that I say is from soul. And that's why this is Soulful Conversations, because everything that I'm talking about or how I'm choosing and making a decision consciously to help other people is from my soul. It's from my heart. It's from everything. So that was an experience in itself. And that's when I had a feeling that I needed to like share my story with the world, but I didn't know how. And I went to Puerto Rico in 2013, and I'm a deeply intuitive empath. I can see and I can feel. So I had a vision I was going to see an old woman when I got to Puerto Rico, and she was going to change the trajectory of my life. When I met the old woman, I met the old woman's spirit. And the old woman was the first female president of Puerto Rico. Her name is Dona Fela Rincon. And I bumped into her museum accidentally, and I felt her energy. And I was like, y'all don't hear her, to the tour guides. And they were like, what are you talking about? So then one came out and she was like, come with me. So she took me up these winding stairs, and I saw the fans and the paintings and the dresses of Doña Fela. And she started telling me about her story, that she was the first female president of Puerto Rico, and she was loved by many, and she loved the orphans and the people that she ended up being buried within the public cemetery as opposed to the private cemetery. And I felt a spiritual hug, and I started bawling in the museum. And at the time, my second ex-husband was looking at me like, the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, she just gave me a hug, and I was bawling in the library, in the museum. And so the tour guide takes me to a room, and she says, Dona Fela says you need to go back to New York. And I didn't tell her I was from New York, but I guess my accent, and write your story and share it with the world. You need to write your book. And I was like, what? Write my book? What are you talking about? So I said, okay, I guess I have to go on this journey. And I got back to New York, and I sat in front of my laptop, and I said, okay, Doña Fela, let's write this book. And my first book, Your Life, Your Purpose, No Explanations, was created. It took me a year to write that book, but it was one of my proudest moments because that's when I realized that I was serving, that I was sharing, that my near-death experience that I went through was not in vain. the sexual abuse and trauma I experienced when I was younger was not in vain. Um, hey, Suncraw, how are you? The miscarriages that I experienced was not in vain. The two surgeries I had was not in vain. Nothing in my life was not in vain. And it just showed me that I am an expert in overcoming challenges. Like I've mastered overcoming challenges in my life. I've mastered falling up and getting the fuck back up. And so the name Phoenix was gifted to me. Hi, Slater Aesthetics. Everything is purpose. Yes. Thank you, Slater. The name Phoenix was gifted to me by Egyptian goddess Isis, who is my spiritual mother, who is here with me and for me all the time and gives me little nudges and messages. And the way that I knew or discovered the name was one day I was making bracelets. I make spiritual bracelets such as these, and they're for sale. Haha, shameless plug anyway. And I heard rise up from the ashes like a phoenix, my beloved daughter. And I was like, what? And the voice said it again, rise up from the ashes like a phoenix, my beloved daughter. And I was like, okay, cool. And that's when I was, hey, Sherry Cobb, what's going on, girl? I appreciate that. And I pretty much embodied the phoenix rising. I am mastered being a phoenix in all aspects of areas of my life. And it's something that I carry with me till this day. My government name is Dhylles Victoria. So people call me Dhylles, some people call me Phoenix, some people call me D. I don't mind whichever one you call me, is fine with me. I'm all of those things. So I am a student of life. I'm a master of certain things, but I'm also a student of certain things because I feel like in life, you are continuously growing. In life, you are continuously healing. Healing isn't linear. It's just like this. Like one year you could be on top of the world, oh, and the next year, like this some fuck shit. However, it's being able to feel grateful in all of the things. And when I say feel grateful, because I used to say I am grateful. And one day I was on TikTok and I don't remember who the hell the person was, but they said, saying I am grateful is one thing, but when you say I feel grateful, I feel empowered, I feel impeccably healthy, I feel abundant and prosperous, it's a different type of manifestation because you're feeling it in your core and your soul. You're passionate about what you're saying when the words are coming out your mouth. So it's not I am grateful, it's I feel grateful and things like that. So it's been a really, really crazy life journey. I don't regret any of it whatsoever. And sometimes people are like, you've been divorced 3 times, twice to a man, once to a woman. What the hell? I'm like, well, Elizabeth Taylor was married and divorced 8 times. So who the fuck am I? That's just what I say. So this specific live is called Soulful Conversations and it's a Q&A style. So if anyone would like to ask me a question about something taking place in their lives, feel free to just type in the chat and I'll answer the questions for you. I will guide you, give you a little bit of implementation, so on and so forth. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I definitely want to increase my YouTube channel and I also want to share this information. However, at the same time, I don't want you to feel that you are alone on your journey called life because there's so many different avenues of assistance and help and guidance and so on and so forth. So I'm utilizing this platform as a way to do that, to help, to support, to encourage, to motivate, to empower, to inspire, all of those things. And that's why I wanted to share my story to invite you into my world, to invite you into who I am as a person so you can feel my energy and feel my passion and the love for what I do. And I've been doing this work for a very long time. And it's my life's joy. I love being able to pull out the potential from other people. I love being able to help people to experience feeling seen and heard and valued and validated and all those things. I love to tell people that I'm proud of them. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your journey. I'm proud of how far you've come in your life, not to allow anything or any experience to pretty much dim your light. I'm also a domestic violence survivor. I was in an abusive narcissistic relationship for over a year, 2022 to 2023. I recently got out of that situation a year ago. June 5th this year made a year that I walked away from that relationship. And the one thing that I had to do was allow myself the permission to allow my heart to break so I could mend it again and to not allow the situation to define me. Did it hurt like hell? Yes. Some days I still have moments of PTSD because that's what happens with your brain when you're being abused, and it was mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial. And I'm not ashamed of what I've been through because it's helping so many people. I remember the year when I was told that I had to have a hysterectomy at 40 years old. I have a partial hysterectomy because the fibroids came back. And I was very, very scared about losing my uterus because I'm like, oh my God, that's what makes me a woman, blah, 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 blah. And I went to the hospital, and you know how they have to prep you and do all the paperwork and all that stuff there. And two of the nurses was like, child, please, you ain't gonna miss it. And I was like, what? And I just felt like my heart broke. So what I did was I went home that day and I wrote a letter to my uterus and I thanked her for her service. And I also thanked her for wreaking havoc on my fucking life because them periods, honey, painful. Women on here, you know exactly what that is and what that feels like. Painful. I was having all types of crazy blood clots all over the place from the time I was like 14, 15. I really had bad cycles. And so I remember writing a letter to my uterus, and my spirit told me, do a video about it. So I did a video and I posted it on YouTube for women who were going to go through the same process as me when it comes to having a hysterectomy. And till this day, people still tell me about that video, that it helped them out so much, that it did so much for them because I was speaking my truth and I was sharing something so personal that was happening to me. But I wanted to share because I feel like it was important. So anytime a woman would be going through something like that, and they're like, well, they asked me, what did you do to help yourself like go through that process and move forward without missing your uterus? I said, you have to mourn the loss of that organ of your body part. You have to mourn the loss of it, and you also have to set it free. So, hi Lisa, how are you? So I definitely went ahead and I did that because I felt like it was important to do that because, sometimes in order for you to heal certain things, you just got to go through certain things, right? And it was so important. So that video, I don't even know how many views it got. I don't even pay attention to that stuff, to be honest with y'all. I don't. And it's good. So, and also what I wanted to do is, since I have my affirmations book, I can give you an affirmation of the 365 Days of Affirmations book. However, at the same time, I want you guys to just go ahead and just, if you have anything that's on your mind, anything that you're struggling with, anything that's in your heart that you would like guidance and direction on, or like a strategy or a tip or anything like that, feel free to put it in the chat. There's no judgment here. Nobody's going to scrutinize you. I feel like sometimes, and I think Brene Brown said it best. She says, when you expose yourself, no one can blackmail you. When you expose yourself, and when you are revealing certain things or expressing certain things that you've been through in your life, or when you're wanting to ask a specific question about something that's on your heart, that's heavy on your heart, the best gift you can give yourself is to express it, because that leads to such freedom. Hey, Naya, what's going on? It leads to so much freedom. Like, I don't have any type of like regrets or anything that I'm holding on to, because I freed myself from every single. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Booski. I freed myself from every single thing I can possibly think of in my life. Like, I really don't hold on to anything. And for a very long time, my family was like, oh my God, you're over there telling the family secrets, and you got to sweep things under the rug. But what does that do? That causes diseases. When you are holding on to negative energy and holding on to certain things that's no longer serving you. So I learned at a very young age to release and express and set myself free. I got it right there, free. Oh, hey, Jazz. Hey. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. So yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything like that, feel free to just put it in the chat. I'm more than willing to answer the questions for you. Besides being a certified life coach and 4 times published author, I'm also a certified professional mentor. So I incorporate all those things, and I made it into Soulful Conversations, which are conversations between me and one person or several people. And it is in a safe space, safe environment, judgment-free zone, where I am pretty much guiding the conversation depending on what topic it is. I'm actually doing one Thursday. It's going to be virtual. It's virtual cocktails and conversations. It's going to be over on either StreamYard or Google Meet. And it's going to be like 8 to 10 people. And the topic that we're going to be discussing is embodying your authentic identity, what that looks like to you. And I'll be giving 10 strategies or tips of how to master embodying your authentic identity. So that's on Thursday. And this is what I wanted to do as far as giving everyone an information or an opportunity to experience who I am. Okay, on that same wavelength of things no longer serving you, can you touch on friendships that are no longer serving you and feel guilty about reading? Yeah, I can touch on that. I definitely know what that feels like. I'm a person who will call everyone and text everybody, hey, what's up? How you doing? How's life treating you? How can I support? How can I serve you? And when I was going through my ascension process or experiencing dark night of the soul or shadow work, if you will, I had to like really, really look at my friends list, and I had to sit with myself. And I took a piece of paper out, and one side of the paper I wrote option, and the other side I wrote priority. And then I went down all the people on my phone on my contacts list, and I was very real and honest with myself of who treated me like a priority and who treated me like an option. Needless to say, the options list was this long, the priority list was this small. And one by one, I started to mourn the loss of those people in my life. Because like I said, I come from people pleasing and feeling guilty and didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But at that point, it was learning how to choose myself and make me priority and ask myself the question, are these people making you a priority in their lives? If the answer was no, then I would go and I would just start blocking and deleting. I'm block and delete queen. I'll do that shit in a minute. I don't give a fuck. And so that made me realize, and it made me feel lighter when I was doing it in my spirit. Oh, damn, not the visual cues. That's a good exercise. Seeing it on paper it does make it real, because what happens is that when you're looking at it and you see priorities list this little and options list this big, it makes you angry, because you're like fuck, like I'm reaching out to these people, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm trying to be there for everybody and their mama, and it's not reciprocated. The other part about it is realizing, not hey Asha, not how you spring clean. Hey Asha, mwah. So the other flip side about that is that we are responsible for ourselves, and so we cannot expect, same here, people please and put others happiness. I get it. We are responsible for ourselves, but not only that, we are responsible for what we think and how we feel, and that also comes with the expectations that everyone is supposed to be like us, and not everyone is going to be like us in no way, shape, or form. And so that's the other part of it too. So I had to take accountability for myself, that I was making a choice to hit these people up, knowing damn well they're not going to do the same for me. And that's when I got very angry. And it's giving yourself permission to be fucking angry. Because after the anger, you'll feel lighter, because at that point you realize, you know what? It is what it is. And that's just the reality of the matter. And so that's what I did. Took a piece of paper, options, priority. And those people, till this day, I don't talk to them. And that was in 2019 that I did that. And so if that's something, let me know if that helps, Lynn. Let me know if that helps you, because that's what I had to do for myself. And so it's learning how to like exercise boundaries and advocate for the self, but also you have to put people in categories. You got to know which people are there for you in your struggles and your hard times as you are there for them. You got to know that there's certain people that you could just go and have a drink with, certain people you can just go exercise with, or you can just flush them out altogether like I did. That's what I do. Going through their mourning processes is something I'd never really considered before. Yeah, you got to go through that mourning process. Like I went through the mourning process of not only friends, but family members, because there's certain people in my family I don't fucking talk to. And I'm okay with that. Because guess what? If I can't have a conversation of substance with you, or if I know that I'm growing and I'm elevating and you're still here, I'm going to meet you where you at. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be in your space. I can love you from afar. And for my family, especially my mom's side of the family, I don't speak to a lot of people on my mom's side of the family because it's the same shit over and over and over and over. Family can be, yup, they are, but I had to learn that because I'm like, I just love my aunts and my uncles and my cousins. I just love everybody. Oh my God, I just love, 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 love. But that love was not for me. It wasn't for me no more. And I was just like, you know what? I'm grown now. I'm grown now. I want to have my guard down with my people. What's the point if I'm guarded around you? I'm good. Hey, Auntie Rissy. Love from a distance. Yeah, love from a distance. I right now, transparent moment, I really don't speak to my mom. And it's not because I don't want to speak to her. I feel like the distance between us makes me a better daughter because when you're in a relationship with a mother that feels to me that we always bump heads, and I had to learn that, I wanted to be this great daughter and I wanted her to see me and validate me and accept me and approve me and all this other kind of stuff. I kept hurting myself over and over and over and over and over again because I'm the oldest of four. And so for the oldest of four, I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was doing all these things, helping taking care of my siblings at a young age. And so I was programmed to think that I'm supposed to take care of everyone. I was programmed to be a people pleaser. And for her, it's like, oh, don't change, be the person that you are. And what does that mean? Let me continue to walk all over you. So if a person is telling you, oh, don't change, be exactly who you are, sometimes that doesn't mean a good thing. Sometimes that means let me continue to walk all over you and be the doormat for me. So when I could come to you anytime and treat you like shit, it's okay. Instead of advocating for yourself. I recently learned how to advocate for myself in a different type of way. And that's something that we all have to do our best to do. And I understand about, being human and not being perfect and so on and so forth, but it's taking care of the self. And when it comes to friendships, I'm very selective of my friendships. My friendships have to be reciprocity, has to be reciprocity across the board. And I'm very thankful for my friends. I have two of them on here now, Lynn and Auntie Rissy and Asha. Those are my people. Like I can hit them up. Hey, what's up? How you doing? We could talk. Like Asha and I, we talk sporadic, but we're still friends. Miss Auntie Rizzy, we speak all the time. Lynn, we talk all the time, and so on and so forth. So I value my friendships. I value my friendships. I love my friends, my people. Mwah, love them. But when it comes to that in itself too, it's a tricky thing because me and Auntie Rizzy the other day, we were having a conversation about when you're meeting people and, you don't know if you're meeting them or the representative, and only time will tell if, you're meeting their representative. Time will tell if you're meeting them. And a lot of people wear masks. They wear masks, and that's okay because that's where they are on their journey. And you got to meet them where they are, but you don't have to be in their space. And I think Auntie Rizzy is amazing at that. She's done so much work on herself. So I wanted to shout you out, Auntie Rizzy, for doing so much work on yourself the past couple of years. You've bloomed and blossomed and just grew into this beautiful, powerful woman who is embodying and mastering so much self-love. And I am just like so proud of you. And so, yeah, it's just been one of those things that, it's just making the decisions, making a choice to take care of you before anybody else. And like I said, that near-death experience taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. So I do my best not to take life for granted. I do my best to live life like I've never lived it before. I do my best to just do all of the things. And me living my life to the best of my ability has caused a lot of disruption and a lot of judgment from family and friends alike. Family and friends alike. The ones I know I don't no longer talk to because it's like, damn, like you're not stable. You move here, you've moved here, you've done this, you've been this relationship, you've been married to so many times. Da, 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 da. So I had to learn to not allow the noise and the chatter to define who I am or to change who I am as a person. I had to learn to always sit with myself. If it feels good to my spirit, that's what I'm gonna do. If it doesn't feel good to my spirit, then I bow out gracefully. That's just how I live life. And has it worked for me all the time? No, it hasn't. However, I've trained myself to ask myself, what is this lesson and experience teaching me? What is this person teaching me? What am I supposed to learn here and apply those lessons to my life? Because it's so important to really, really pay attention to the lessons, pay attention to your body. They jealous because they too scared to do what you do and how much life you still, of course. People don't have cojones. They don't have balls to like really, really live out loud, to really, really allow those dreams in their heart to become the reality. They are afraid to jump. I'm a person that says, fuck it and jump. And I'll just deal with whatever comes later if something comes. Not to say that I'm so not perfect. I've made so many mistakes and I've hurt a lot of people. Again, I've made mistakes and I've hurt a lot of people. So it's not only about who hurt you, but also about who you hurt in the process. Did that sting? It stung, right? It's going to sting. So it's pretty much taking responsibility of the fact that you hurt other people. Not only have they hurt you, the other part about that is too, I had to learn to stop being a victim. I've mastered victimization for so fucking long, and because I can get away with it. And this is real talk and real truth. So I've learned to no longer be a victim. I've mastered that shit, just like I've mastered dissociation. I would dissociate like a motherfucker when it came to certain things in my life because I was operating all the time in fight or flight and survival mode, and I would just run, tring, or dissociate. I learned to dissociate at 7 years old while I was being abused, and my spirit came out of my body, and my little 7-year-old self was watching myself be abused, and I dissociated. You felt that, Naya? Mm-hmm. I dissociated, and I've mastered that automatically. So when things used to not feel right in my spirit or in my spirit would just leave my body, and I would just be sitting there. You would think that we're having a conversation. I'm like, I'm paying attention, but I'm not fucking there. Spiritually, I'm not there. My body's there, but my soul is somewhere else. I don't know where that bitch goes. She go to Narnia. She goes and hangs out with like the fairies. I don't even know where the fuck she go. But then she comes back afterwards when she feels like it's safe. So I've learned how to dissociate, and I'm learning now not to dissociate, to feel everything that I feel in my core, too, in my body. No matter how uncomfortable I sit with my pain, I allow myself permission to cry. I allow myself permission to be angry. I allow myself permission to be happy. Whatever the feelings are, I feel it now. So my spirit is very much present in my body where I'm not dissociating anymore. Because, yeah, that bitch would go to Narnia and come back. I don't know where she goes. She goes somewhere, have fun, come back. Woohoo. So if you are a person, if you don't know if you dissociate, I can tell you how. Say, for instance, you're just sitting down and you just pretty much just daze the fuck out. You daze out. You feel like you are just like floating, but you feel like you're present or you're not, or you feel like you're in dream time and you're here and you're just typing away and you're just like on autopilot and you're stuck, but you can function. You dissociated. You left. Over there in Narnia eating Turkish delight. Yes, over there, Narnia eating Turkish delights, exactly. So that's how you know when you've dissociated. You've just left. You left the body completely. The body's functioning, but the spirit isn't there. The body's functioning, soul ain't there. Your mind is on autopilot when you dissociate, and you do that to protect yourself. You do that when your eyes get walled out. When your eyes get walled out, yep, you space out. You completely fucking space out. And then when you think about stuff like, what did I do today? And you don't even know what the fuck you did today. You're like, what the fuck did I do? You don't even know because you dissociated. You dissociated. And a lot of people automatically dissociate because they've mastered it, but they don't remember when it started to happen. And some people don't even know that they dissociate. It just automatically happens. You could be driving in your car, and sometimes you don't even know when you got to wherever your destination was or how you got there. You dissociated. You check the fuck out. It happens. But because your mind is on autopilot, but your mind knows exactly where it's going and you're physically moving, you're going to get there. That happened to me today. So you see, dissociated. So you learned something new, Naya, So again, if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm here to answer. So what I'm going to start doing is fun. So this is my book, 365 Days of Affirmations for the Mind, Heart, Body, and Spirit. And what the fuck? Stop reading my mind. I wasn't trying to, Lynn. I swear I wasn't trying to. But it's the truth. We mastered dissociation, and no one really pays attention to themselves when it's happening. I know when it's happening because I start to feel like heavy and sleepy, and then I have to get up and start doing something. I have to touch something. Like I have to touch something. I have to, like, my feet have to be planted on the ground. I gotta go outside or something to that effect when I'm about to feel like I'm dissociating. I've mastered being in tune with my body so much. I know when it's about to happen. So I'm just like, okay, let me get up, let me play some music, let me go eat something, let me do this, let me do that. It happens to connect to the body and the mind to the action. Yes, exactly. You have to, because if not, then you're just going to be going around and around and around. Like I said, sometimes it still happens to me. I could be walking down the street. My body and my mind knows exactly where I'm going, but my spirit is just like, woohoo, Narnia, eating the Turkish delights, like you said, Lynn. It still happens sometimes, but I'm much more conscious of it than I used to be, because I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is already. So if anyone has any other questions, let me know. Happy to help. So what we're doing now is I want you to think, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. Release everything from the day. Everything from the day. And what I want you to do is think of a number from 1 to 365. Think of a number from 1 to 365. And I want you to type that number into the chat, because I'm going to give you an affirmation. And you're going to be so fucking shocked, however, at the fact that the affirmation is connected to whatever it is that you're going through right now in your life. And based on that, I'm going to give you guidance and direction. I'm going to tap into you intuitively. Damn, okay. 32. Okay, Lynn, 32. 32 says, hey, AB Warm Blood, thank you for joining. So 32, date 32 says, I accept every experience and challenge that prepares and strengthens me for the amazing blessings that are coming my way. That's for you, Lynn. I accept every experience and challenge that prepares and strengthens me for the amazing blessings that's coming my way. That's for you. Bye. I'm logging out. Laugh out. Lynn, can you tell me what that affirmation means to you? Can you type it in the chat? Okay, Christine, 100. Keep it 100. I gotta take challenges too. Yeah, fuck it and jump. So, Auntie Rizzy, I speak up for myself no matter how uncomfortable it may feel, because I refuse to suffer in silence. My voice is extremely important. Boom. Auntie Rizzy, I speak up for myself no matter how uncomfortable it may feel, because I refuse to suffer in silence. My voice is extremely important. That's you all motherfucking day. Let me know in the chat what that means to you, Auntie Rizzy. 12. I told you it's going to, I told you. So 12 for AB Warm Blood. 12 says, I continue to show up and show out in my purpose, regardless of how many times I fail or fall. Failure is not an option, and I continue to rise up each time I fall. That's for you, AB Warm Blood. I continue to show up and show out in my purpose, regardless of how many times I fail or fall. Failure is not an option, and I continue to rise up each time I fall. The blessings are coming. They're professionally. The blessings are coming. There are a lot of things happening in my space, personally and professionally. The reward is coming. It will pay off. It always does, just not when I want to expect it. Exactly. Scary accurate. I know, Chrissy. I know, Auntie Rissy. Naya, 65. All right. Naya, 65. I take charge of self-limiting beliefs and replace them with self-limitless beliefs, because I know and believe that my possibilities and opportunities are endless. Naya, I take charge of self-limiting beliefs and replace them with self-limitless beliefs, because I know and believe that my possibilities and opportunities are endless. Boom, she ready to the It's not me, it's the book. So this book, I wrote this book. It took me 6 years to write this book. This book is my whole life experience in the form of affirmations. I'm a person who is very unconventional. I don't conform. I do shit out of the ordinary because that's just me. And I wanted to write something with power and with strength and tenacity. So 365 days of affirmations. It is an oracle card and affirmations book. That's what it is. And every time I do this, people always are like, how the fuck you know? I don't know. I didn't know. This is you. It's you actually connecting with the book, connecting with the affirmations based on the number that you chose. So, who wants another number? Let me know if anyone didn't get a number as yet. I'm in tears, Lord, accurate. That's why I asked you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. And the first number that popped up in your mind because you're connecting with your spirit. You're connecting with your spirit. So now that you know you can do anything, you can believe anything and it will become your reality. That's what you just did. And you gave yourself affirmation and confirmation. You affirmed what it is that you believe, and the confirmation came through the affirmations, if that makes sense. So all of the things that you want in your life that you were worried about or you were wondering about, it showed up. It showed up. So that's why I am so grateful. I feel grateful for myself where this book was concerned because it's my whole entire life story thus far, from the time I was conceived to the time I was, I guess, how old was I when I wrote this book? I was about 43, 44 when I wrote it. And it took me 6 years. The way that this book was formed, I used to create affirmations and post them on Facebook. I would create affirmations and post them on Facebook, and from 2014 to 2017. And I felt the need to copy and paste the affirmations and email it to myself to write a book. And I found the affirmation, it says affirmations book or affirmations for a book email in 2019. And I did that in 2017. And when I opened it, I had written over 186 affirmations. And so I said, fuck it, let me just go 365. And that's how the book was created. And some of the affirmations, when I was reading them, because I read all of them, and I've grown so much, I grew so much at that point in time. So I started editing the 168 affirmations, 186 affirmations. And then I started creating the additional to make it 365. So that's why it took me 6 years to write the book. And it's almost 400 pages. And when my friend of mine, her name is Altamise Nicole of Altamise Nicole Enterprises, which is a private publishing company, actually gifted me the publishing aspect of the book. 11. Okay, she gifted me this. She had it formatted, pretty much formatted, had someone do the spell check, all of the things. This book is actually in the Library of Congress. It's in the Library of Congress. That's how amazing this book is. So 11. Okay. Oh, hey, Jazz. 11 says, I consistently invest in myself so that I can truly grow into the person I know and feel myself becoming. I consistently invest in myself so that I can truly grow into the person I know and feel myself becoming. That is for you, oh, hey, Jazz. So let me know how the affirmation made you feel, and if it's accurate, and what it is, what did that affirmation actually, how would it make you feel? So that's what that is. So if anybody else wants an affirmation, a number, just let me know. And again, if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, please feel free. Judgment-free zone. It is a safe space. Nobody will question you. Nobody will say anything to you. Give yourself the opportunity to release your burdens, so to speak, and release what's not helping you. Or if you need some type of guidance or some type of answer or just strategies or something that you're experiencing, please release it. Free yourself. Free yourself. Free your mind. Free yourself. I'm here to assist. I'm here to help. I'm here to hold space. I'm here to answer the questions, give you something, some form of implementation. We are all avid learners. Learn something today. Be open, be vulnerable, be transparent, be honest, be real. Be you. There's only one you. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be you. There's only one you. We all know our birth date. We don't know our death date. Let me say that one more again. We know our birth date. We don't know our death date. And that dash that we have in between the time that we're living our life, from the time we wake up in the morning till the time we go to sleep, is so precious. Absolutely precious. So if there's anything that is in your heart space that you need help with, that's holding you back, that's blocking you, free it. 7. All right. So 7 says, ooh, this one is one of my favorites. I have to say, oh, hey, Jazz. My higher power created me in the most authentic and magical way. I accept all parts of myself without judgment. I treat myself with pure and unconditional love, compassion, kindness, and respect. Again, my higher power created me in the most authentic and magical way. I accept all parts of myself without judgment. I treat myself with pure and unconditional love, compassion, kindness, and respect. This is one of my favorite affirmations. I'm receiving this message today. You're welcome, Naya. That's what I'm here to do. I'm happy you guys are experiencing me, my authentic self, how I show up in the world, and how, woo, and who I am as a person, and how I'm serving humanity in my own way. So, this coming Thursday is Cocktails and Soulful Conversations with me, and it's going to be on Google Meet. I was going to do it on StreamYard, but I'll do it on Google Meet. And so what that consists of, it's a private setting. We will be talking about how to embody the authentic identity, your authentic identity. So I'm going to teach you how to embody your authentic identity, how to discover your authentic identity, and different tips and strategies how to consistently master the authentic identity within yourself. So it's 27 to join and 47. So it's either or 27 or 47. 47 comes with a signature bracelet, and also it comes with the smaller version of my affirmations book. So it's 11 affirmations. So it's 11 days of affirmations for the mind, heart, body, and spirit. It is a go-to guide. So it's an ebook that you can download and have it on you at all times. You're welcome. Oh, hey, Jazz. You can have it on you all time. So that's this coming Thursday. And it's here on YouTube. Anyone's interested, I can just send it to you. I'm going to send it to everybody anyway. So that's what's anyway, let me put it in the chat. I'll just do that. How about that? I will put it in the chat so that we can go ahead and check it out, as they say. So that is on Thursday. It's going to be a blast, and it is a private one that I'm doing. There you go. So anyone that's interested, you can go ahead and just register. Also comes with a 20-minute complimentary one-on-one soulful conversation between me and you. So that's the other part of it too. So go ahead and just register either for the $27 one or the $47 one that comes with the discovery, the self-discovery bracelet, along with the 20-minute one-on-one private soulful conversation experience, so we can get to know each other and I'll know how to assist you, especially if you're on here and you're an introvert and you're scared to, put your stuff out there or whatever, because some people, they don't like doing it. But like I said, it's a safe space. It's definitely a safe space. So before I log off, if anyone wants another affirmation from the affirmations book, you can just put it in the comments and I'll read it for you and, set you up good for tonight, so to speak. And also, let me know in the chat, how was your experience with Monday Night Soulful Conversations? Was it good? Was it not good? What was your takeaway? That's what I want to know. Comment in the chat. What was your takeaway? That's what I want to know. What is your takeaway? Because this was fun. I enjoyed it. And people are like, oh my God, sorry, I missed it. And thank you you so much for y'all for joining. I appreciate everyone so much for being on here with me. Again, like I said, I'll probably do these every Monday. So if we want to, I got a message from Spirit. Okay, what is the message from Spirit, Auntie Rizzy? I'll do this every Monday. And also doing the virtual cocktails and soulful conversations every Thursday. And that's with a specific topic. So this Thursday's topic is embodying your authentic identity. That's what it is for this Thursday. Oh, okay, that's what your message was. You got a message from Spirit. All right, cool. That's good. I like that. Rock with it, girl. Rock with it. I enjoyed it. Message received. You're so welcome. To keep it 100. There you go. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Keep it a buck, as the young people say. Anybody else? Anything else? So what is one word that you took away from this? One word. I'm going somewhere with this because you have a little homework assignment. What is one word that you took away from this? Let me know what that one word is, because you have a homework assignment. Look at me giving y'all assignments. This is not alcohol, by the way. It's water. Gotta hydrate. What is that one word? Courage. Okay, Auntie Rizzy, for the rest of the week, you have to embody courage. That's your homework assignment. For the rest of the week, you have to embody full-blown courage. I don't know what that means to you or what you want to do. I definitely enjoy myself, and I appreciate Lynn for inviting me. This was needed. It feels safe here. It is so safe here. And Naya, be sure to reserve your spot for Thursday. It's going to be even more safer. Just saying. So courage. Okay, courage. Definitely. I agree with that 100%. So anyone else, what is the one word that you experience here on this Monday Night Soulful Conversation? And also, would you like me to do more Monday Night Soulful Conversations? Let me know. I'm going to do them anyway, but let me know since you experienced this and what it's like. I was going to say mourn. Okay. So mourn whatever it is that you need to mourn. Friends, family, bravery. Okay. So you embody bravery. I'm not mourning all week. Okay. Celebrate, Lynn. Celebrate yourself all week, girl. Bravery. All right, Naya. Your homework assignment is to embody bravery every single day this week. Embody bravery every single day this week. Whatever that looks like and means like to you, go ahead and do that, Naya. Be brave. Be brave enough to speak your mind. Be brave enough to say what needs to be said. Be brave enough not to hold yourself back on whatever desires of your heart that you have that you want to bring forth. Do all of that. All of those things. Sometimes you just have to say fuck it and jump. Just do it. I do it all the time. It's fun. It's uncomfortable, but it's fun. So that's what I would definitely say to do. Yeah, don't mourn all the time. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. So shout out to AB Warmblood. Shout out to AB Warmblood, who was tuning in all the way from the UK. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, Queen. Yeah, don't mourn all week. We don't want you to do that. I just jump. It's fun, yeah. I do. Auntie Rizzy, you've known me for a good almost 10 years. You know, my ass just be like, it is what it is. You know, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, again, we know our birthday. We don't know our death date. And Auntie Rizzy, who is it that said this? I think it was Gandhi, because I think you told me who said it before. Every night when you go to sleep, it's a death. And every morning when you wake up, it's a rebirth. I'm going to say that one more again. Every night when you go to sleep, it's a death. And when you wake up in the morning, it's a rebirth. I don't remember who the hell said it, but that stuck with me for the last, 5-6 years. And so that's the other motivation for me, besides having a near-death experience, that helps me to live life every day to the fullest, as best as I can, as much as I can, with whatever is in my control. Gotta do that. Good night, all of you. That was me. That was you? I don't know. Yeah, it was you. You told me. Because I was like, I don't know if it's Gandhi or it's this person, but yeah, you told me. It was a while back. It was a while back. So thank y'all so much for joining. I appreciate everybody. And, be sure to reserve your spot for Thursday. Thursday's going to be hella fun. And when you come on Thursday, make sure you have your drink of choice. I'm probably going to be drinking either water or tea because that's just what I do. And we're going to have an amazing time on Thursday. It's going to be heartfelt conversations, thought-provoking questions, strategies and tips of how to master embodying the authentic identity, as well as surprise freebies and goodies and bonuses and things like that for $27 and $47. Plus, you got a bracelet. Look at that. Yay, Hercules. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. Have a good night and many, 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 many blessings to everyone. And remember, I feel grateful. I feel empowered. I feel healthy. I feel amazing. I feel prosperous. Shift the I am into I feel. Okay.